Good morning, everyone. My name is Anne. Thank you again for joining me for another Break for 8 for Dementia Care Partners. So today I wanted to teach you another breathing technique that I find really helpful when I feel my patients being tested. Contrary to popular belief, and you can verify this with my family, I am not a patient person. And dementia care almost continuously tests our patients. So how do you respond in situations that test your patients? I'm assuming that you are probably most of the time totally fine. But other times not so much because, let's be honest, we are human and we can lose our cool. And even though we know that a person living with dementia needs more time to process information, to formulate a response, to do almost anything. We know this, and it's a super important aspect of dementia care to remember, but it's just really hard sometimes, right? When we're in a rush or we're feeling stress from the environment or we're just tired. It's hard. So here's a breathing technique that really helps me maintain my patience, and it's called 3-point breathing. And maybe you've heard about this from psychologists or wellness coaches. It's been out there for a while, and I actually think it has its roots in yoga. But anyway, here's how it goes. So the 3 points. Actually, I'm going to just demonstrate this because I think it's easier to understand. So the first point is your belly, and what I want you to do, like right now, is just put your hand on your belly, and as you breathe in, just notice that area expanding slowly, kind of like a balloon when we're blowing up a balloon. And then when you exhale, the air comes out of the balloon. So that's the first point, our belly. And the second point of 3-point breathing is ribs. So put your hands on your rib cage at your sides, and then again, notice your rib cage expanding with your breath in, expanding. Expanding with your breath in and then contracting with your breath out. And the third point is your chest. So putting your hand kind of right under your collarbone, kind of on your pecs. Notice that area rise with the inhale and then contract, fall with the exhale. Right, so just breathe in and out naturally, kind of noticing these areas expand and contract. So really taking our mind away from any thoughts or they're kind of swirling through our heads or that we're ruminating on, and we're focusing our attention on our breath. Okay? So those are the 3 areas. And now we're also going to combine breathing with counting. And don't worry, this is not complicated. Just on the inhale, we're going to count to 5, and we don't hold it at the top like we do with other breathing techniques. When we exhale, when you're ready to exhale, you're just going to exhale slowly to the count of 7. So, try to demonstrate if I can while I'm talking, if that's possible. So we're going to inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you do not have to count at the same pace I am. We're all different. We have different bodies with different lung capacities. The point is that this is a comfortable breathing rate for you. Just remember to take a deep belly breath in. So you're expanding your lungs fully during the exhale. And you're just going to follow the breath up from your belly to your ribs to your chest and then back down again in reverse direction with your exhale and with your awareness. So just practice that here for a few more times. I'm going to be patient and wait for you. But I will talk a little bit while you're breathing. So just keep breathing as I talk. So I find when I use this breathing technique during dementia care that normally tests my patients, and I know you may be thinking of several instances right now that come to mind, right? Where everything is going to go more smoothly if you just slow down a little bit, but it's really hard to stop and catch ourselves from moving too fast or giving too many directions at one time or pausing to listen to our person finish a thought or complete a task, right? So when I use this breathing technique, it just automatically kind of squashes that internal urge I have to hurry up, you know. So you can try this with not only a person living with dementia, but anyone really, your spouse, your kids, when you're watching the news, you know. It really helps you be physically present. You're there, you're physically present, but you're a little bit detached at the same time. So we're not just fully drawn in to the situation. This technique is also a great one to decrease anxiety. If you notice that beginning to rise, or just thoughts, ruminating on different thoughts, right? Because have you noticed when you become anxious, our breath becomes more shallow and chest-based. So you can kind of see how focusing on a deep belly breath and kind of distracting ourselves with the counting can kind of help pull us out maybe a little bit of our own internal tension rather. So, if you want to, you can try this with your person. Breathing is a great thing to do with them because everybody can breathe, right? We might just need to simplify it a little bit. Like maybe you're just having them put their hand on their belly, or maybe you're doing the counting for them. So just maybe try practicing this if you are going to try it with them during a time, that's not stressful or anxiety producing, just to see how they respond. And if it seems like they're following along and they kind of like it, you can use it when you first notice, anxiety begin to build in them, or, during an activity that, you're anticipating is going to be a little bit stressful, something they don't like showering, right? So if we, sometimes I'll use this with someone like, yeah, I know you don't like this. It's just going to take a minute. Count with me. Let's count while we do it. Let's count while we're washing your hands. Sometimes I've noticed that counting alone can almost be a little bit soothing, right? It's just very rhythmical, right? Okay, so that's really all I wanted to talk to you about today. It's just breathing, right? And I guess this has been a little bit of a meditation in and of itself, or at least a little bit of a relaxation exercise. I'm hoping for you. But let's turn our attention to our real meditation for today. So please get comfy. Find yourself a comfy spot. You could be laying down or sitting up. Feet on the floor, feet up, whatever works for you. This is your time. This is your moment to take for yourself, away from your duties, away from thinking about others. So just close your eyes and draw your attention inward to yourself. Just feel yourself sinking into the cushions or the surface that supports you. And just begin to breathe easily. Pull your attention away from any thoughts and focus it on your breath. Just allow yourself to continue to relax, kind of pull your shoulders down and away from your ears. Relax your jaw and just feel the air, the cool air come into your nose and warm air go out of your nose. Cool air in, warm air out. And now let's introduce that 3-point breathing technique that we learned just a short while ago. So to refresh your memory, we're going to inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 7. No need to rush. No need to get it perfectly right. With practice, this breathing technique will become much more automatic. As a reminder, on your inhale breath, deeply expand that belly. Deeply breathe into that belly. Feel it expanding like a balloon. Become aware of your rib cage and your chest rising with that one deep breath. And make sure on the exhale you are following the breath back down with your awareness from your chest to your ribs and to your belly. Fortunately, our world has become more aware of the need for self-help and mental health, and it's filled with specialists and experts who undoubtedly have very useful advice. But in dementia care, there's rarely enough time in the day to focus on ourselves, to learn new techniques, or sometimes even to attend regular therapy appointments. So our body gives us one beautiful gift to help us restore our composure, and that is our breath. Something we don't even need to think about because it happens so automatically. Turn your attention to your breath. Allow it to help you de-escalate. Allow it to help you hold on to your patience. Keep practicing your 3-point breathing here for a few more moments while I let the music play out. If thoughts creep in, just send them on their way. I'll see you next time. Thanks for taking time out for yourself today. You've got this.